I sit home and I trade in foreign lands. I'm able to make money in the UK. I'm able to make money in Europe. I'm able to make money in Australia, in New Zealand. I'm able to make money anywhere in the world I want to, where I can trade my currency or trade currencies against one another without having to leave home. Hey you guys, what's going on? This is Shaquan from SLFX Trading, and I want to teach you guys about what the Bible teaches us about investing. I'm not here to get our spiritual on you, not really here to get our religious on you as well, but I have a spiritual background, right? And there's this parable in the Bible that I really like reading, and I think it benefits us all. And I mean, if you think about past times, if you think about now, I mean, we still go through some of these same things today. Right? So it's all about investing. We've always been in the day and age of investing, but it's becoming more relevant today, right? I mean, if you think about it, we have great investors. So we always hear about Warren Buffett, right? But you have great teachers out here too. You have Boyce Hawkins, you have Wall Street Trapper, you have I Am Terry, who does stock options, you have Master Investor Ian Dunlap. Who else? You have Wall Street Consortium, you have me in the currency realm. And it's kind of like what we're going to talk about today. I mean, there's so much out here, but I want to tell y'all something though, because somebody got tried in the Bible, and it just reminded me that people gonna try you in these streets when they don't know how to make money work for them in their sleep, and they're tired of going to a 9-to-5. Now, before I begin, this is not a shot at anyone who works a 9-to-5. You should actually leverage your 9-to-5 to actually help you become financially stable and more independent. That's what me and my husband are doing. He works the 9-to-5. I work from home. I help take care of the babies at home. I work from home. That's just what we do. That's our dynamic, right? Some of you have to have both jobs of being the 9-to-5 person and coming home and working at home. Maybe you have children. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But what I want to talk about today, though, is Matthew 25. Verses 14 through 29. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this because this is not church. This ain't it. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, somebody got tried and it was the master. So in the Old Testament, if you're going to read not the Old Testament, my bad. In the King James version, if you're going to read the older version, or you can look at the new version, right? The NLT version, whatever version, maybe the New King James, I don't know, but just go there with me. So anyway, basically what had happened was, it says that there was a king, or you can say there was a master, and he had 3 servants, or you could say there were 3 people. Like I said, I'm going to paraphrase this. I'm going to go back and forth. But anyway, it was one person who gave 3 people gold, or a talent, basically. So he went and gave them this talent. He said, here, my dude, my first guy, I'm going to give you 10 pieces of gold. Let's just keep it relevant to gold. I'm going to give you 10 pieces of gold. And if you know anything about gold, like gold has like a hell of a value. It has a lot of value, right? And even in today, it has a lot of value, and gold keeps pushing up. I hope it keeps pushing up. But anyway, so he says, hey, I'm going to give you 10 pieces of gold. I want you to go and do something with it, go and invest it. Old boy was like, okay, cool, I got you, right? So then here comes the second guy. And, the master's like, hey, my dude, I'm going to give you 5 pieces of gold. Go and invest it. Go grow my money for me, right? And dude is like, okay, I got you. And then he goes to the third person, and he's like, hey, my dude, I'm going to give you 1 piece of gold. And dude is like, okay, I got you, right? So then it says that the master, the king, whoever the guy, he goes away for a long period of time. Now, here's the kicker. We don't know how long this dude was gone for. All we know is when he came back after whatever he was doing, the people the first 2 guys made the money work for him, right? And just keep in mind what I'm saying. He left these 3 men or people or servants with gold. He was expecting a return when he came back, which means he went away to live his best life, and he got to let his money work for him without him doing a dang thing. So that's very important, right? So when he came back, first dude was like, hey, here go 10 pieces of gold back on the 10 you gave me. So your 10 just became 20. And he was like, good, faithful servant. That's cool. I'm gonna give you 10 more pieces. So now dude got 30 pieces. Next dude comes, he says, hey, your 5 just turned into 5 more, which is 10. So the king or master was like, cool, I like what you did. I'm gonna give you 5 more. So his 5 turned into 15. Now, this last dude, he came up to the master. He was like, look, check it out. I knew you was coming back. I didn't want nothing to happen to your gold. So what I did was I went and I hid it because, and this is how he tried to master. He said, because I know like where you be going and where you be, putting your seed, sowing your seed at, you be reaping where you don't really harvest. Like you left us with your gold and I ain't want nothing to happen to it. You just left me. You just left me here in these foreign lands. And I'm like, I'm cool on that. So I hid it because I knew you was coming back. And because I knew you was coming back, I just didn't want to lose it. So master's like, hold up. I gave this to you to grow it for me. So when I came back, I could reward you because now I have more and you didn't put my money to work for me. Right. And so dude was like, but you be going to all these places and you be getting money from all these other places. But what do I get? Or what? This your money. Why you ain't growing your own money? Right. That's how I read it. That's what I got from it. So dude was like, okay, cool. You know what? King was like, since you couldn't grow it, you got to go. Because here I am giving you something. You didn't have to work hard for this. I gave this to you to grow. Now you got to go. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to take everything from you. You're going to weep. You're going to be in pain. You're going to mourn because you didn't take the time to build. Now, here's the kicker part about this, you guys. This is what trips me out. It says that the master had left for some time, right? And it says that he came back. How did he know to give the first guy 10 pieces? How did he know to give the second person 5 pieces? And how did he know to give the last person, the third person, 1 piece of gold? Like, how did he know how to dividend it up like that? That's always the kicker. Maybe he saw something in each one. Maybe he saw their potential. Maybe the last guy, he wanted to see what he was going to do. Maybe he was on his last leg anyway. Right? Or maybe he just wanted to see, if I give this person 10, let me really see if they can make it work. Yet again, we don't know if these guys already had investing talents or, like they just knew how to make it work for them. Maybe that he had already tried them before. Maybe he knew, well, I've given this person this much before and I've seen what they can do. Let me see if they can do it again. We don't know what they invested in. We don't know how they grew it. Maybe they did it themselves. Maybe they went and hired other people to grow it for the king. And maybe that was their return. You see where I'm going? But it just amazes me how the first 2 were able to double, but that last one wasn't. And here's what I got from it, like, because I'm a currency trader and you guys here are hopefully currency traders, Forex, or want to be currency traders, right? Or currency investors. So gold is a precious metal. And let's talk about gold really quick. When the United States dollar is in trouble, that's the investor's safe haven. That's where they go to. They go to precious metals. They go to commodities. They put their money elsewhere when the dollar is in trouble. And right now our dollar is in trouble because it's still dropping. But if you look at gold is still kind of rising. We're going to see if it can keep rising. But dude tried to play his master. Like you reap and you gather where you don't sow your seed at, and you don't sow it yourself. That was basically what he was saying. But as a Forex trader, as a currency trader, I'm looking at it and I'm like, but I do the same thing. I sit home and I trade in foreign lands. I'm able to make money in the UK. I'm able to make money in Europe. I'm able to make money in Australia, in New Zealand. I'm able to make money anywhere in the world I want to, where I can trade my currency or trade currencies against one another without having to leave home. I am plotting seed in other places and I'm reaping a reward and benefiting from it, right? So let me break it down even further. For those who work, live your 9 to 5, put money aside and learn the skill, any skill, but learn the skill of currency trading, and you get to sow your seeds in other grounds, in foreign lands, and you get to have, gain a return over time without leaving your home, from your computer, from your phone. Just like that, right? And it's not just like that, but that's the gist of what I'm saying. But here's the even bigger kicker. Here's what the master said back to him. And this is why I'm saying in our day and age, we need to pay more attention because we're in the genre of investors. So he said, yo, look, if you didn't know how to double my money, the least you could have did was put it in a bank and gain some interest. Now, here's why this is important. I used to work in banks, y'all. Your girl got some bankers get behind her. But I used to work in banks. And the biggest thing with banks is charging interest. They charge hidden fees. But not only do they charge it, they'll give you back interest on your money. So if he would have went and deposited the gold, The master's basically saying you could have earned something. You didn't have to have the skill of investing. You didn't have to have the skill of being able to grow my gold. At least just did the freaking work. You went and hid it. You were lazy. And that's basically why everything got taken from him, because he was being lazy. He was lazy. And so the master said, because you didn't want to go forth and put in the work and read a book or learn how to invest or go give it to somebody else to grow, I got to take it away from you. Not only do I have to take my gold away from you, I have to take everything away from you, because you weren't a good steward over what I gave you, and it was free. You didn't have to do anything for it. I gave it to you. Isn't that amazing? Because God does the same thing for us. God gives to us. He gives to us. Study to show thyself approved, and that's in everything that we do. If you want to learn a skill and get good at a skill, you go read. If you want to get good at a skill, you go to the people who know the skill already, and you say, hey, I'll pay you for your value. I'll pay you for your time. I'll pay you for this service. But dude didn't do that. So everything got taken away from him. And let me be honest with you guys, this is how banks make their money, because they know you always, like in school, I always heard, if you save money and we'll give you this percentage and boom, 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 we'll give you this much amount of money by the end of the year. So if I have $1,000, and here's what turned my mind around on investing or trading in general. If I gave the bank $1,000, and let's say their interest rate is 1%, just an example. If your interest rate is 1%, at the end of the year, you're only giving me back $10. But if I do it myself, if I can exchange my own currency for another currency, if I can flip currencies back and forth, I can make $10 in a day. I can make $10 in a week. I can make $10 in a month. I can beat the bank. And this is what I teach people how to do, right? This is probably why a lot of you guys are here. You're learning how to grow your own money to beat the bank, right? That's what the first servant did. That's what the second servant did. They didn't have to put the money in the bank in someone else's hand. They did it themselves, or they outsourced it. You see where I'm going? They outsourced the information. They said, hey, we got this gold. You got this skill. Go grow our money for us so we can please the king. Or I know how to do it myself. I'll do it. I'll grow it. But the last guy hid it, and everything got taken away from him. How many times have you ever heard a person, if you ever spoke to them, an older person say, man, I wish I would have did, or man, I wonder what would have happened if I would have did this, man. I could have been a millionaire. I could have been big. But you know why they're not big, or they have those regrets? Because they didn't step out on faith. They didn't finish the book. Maybe they finished the book and tried and failed once or twice, and they just stopped after that. Maybe. And if you look at it, almost everything that they value got taken away. A dream somewhere got crushed, right? Something happened. But this is what it boils down to. It got taken away. So the Bible teaches us about investing. You have to have the skill. You have to have the knowledge. Leverage your 9 to 5. Leverage where you're at. Leverage what's given to you. Yes, you work in exchange for a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or every month, because some people get paid monthly. I used to get paid monthly and it sucked. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But you do the work. You get a paycheck, you pay your bills, you put some in savings, whatever the case may be. But when you have a skill, not only can you put aside for saving, put aside for investing, put aside for saving, put aside money for you to become your own bank. Put aside that money. Don't just rely on someone else to grow your money. You grow your money too. We're in that day and age. And this is what the Bible has been gearing us up for us to take control. Because he didn't give that advice to the first two people. He didn't say, good, I gave you guys 30, go put it in the bank. Or good, you have 15, now go put it in the bank. No, here's more, because you deserve it. And that's what the markets can give to us. That's what I got from it. What do you get from it? Especially if you went back and read the parable. What did you get from it? Matthew 25:14-29. I think it's really good for you to read. And you could get something different. And if you do, put it in the comment section down below. I have no issue with that. Okay? But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to come and give that little tidbit on how I feel the Bible teaches us about investing. So make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure that you guys hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.